think that groups like Clutters Anonymous or Overcoming Hoarding support groups help?
My personal experience is yes, they definitely help. They're for the most part. There's always outliers, right?
Yeah.
So there are some times where I think it can make people worse, where they think that their problem is worse than the other people that they're in a group with,
Oh, yeah.
and that they can't relate to them. That they're just so much worse, and they are getting better, and they're not getting better. Also, sometimes you have a personality disorder in addition to the hoarding disorder.
Yeah.
And personality disorders are really difficult to treat and do not do well in a support group.
Okay.
They do well in a skills-based group, a DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy skills group. They do well in those kind of groups, but not a support group. And if they're in one of the support groups, they can take the whole group down.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. They really do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because then they kind of derail the whole group. They derail the progress other people are making, and and you're in a group with somebody with a personality disorder. Everybody's having a hard time with that one individual, typically.
Yeah.
And then that's where it's nice to have a leader that can ask that person, let's go get some DBT first.
Yeah.
Before we do this group. But for the most part, I find that they do well in groups. I find that they like the support. I find that they do so much better helping other people organize their stuff than they do their own stuff.
And they become a cheering team.
They become a cheering team. So do you guys find that they work well?
They we participate in a Facebook group for hoarding, and I think it's called the Hoarding Clutter Support Group on Facebook. Have you seen it or heard of it?
I haven't, so this is great for me to find out about it, because I'll send people to it.
Yes.
It's huge.
It is. It's huge. And people will post pictures of something that they're working on, and pretty much everybody cheers them on. If they're saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to be evicted. I've got to get this done," or for an inspection or whatever, and everybody is
But you can
go
do
go
it.
go. You can do it, or
Take baby steps. So they really give positive.
lots of positive support.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will post little pictures as they work along the way, or something like, "I cleared this counter today. Yay me!" And and everybody is very understanding and supportive that counter is a big deal.
I so agree with that, and one thing I tell families all the time is that they need to really cheer on the small successes.
Yes.
I'm sure you've seen this where people get so deflated when they do like a section of a counter, and this was a big deal for them, and then a family member says, "Is that all you got done today?"
Yes.
And then they feel like
Right.
it's not worth it. It's like,
Right.
I can't, it's overwhelming, and I get no support for even the small things, so why should I even start?
And because it takes time. But of course, we all know it took time to get the way it is, or it took time to create the hoard. So it's going to take time to uncreate it also, and add a counter. Wow, or even a drawer.
I am totally with you on that.
Yeah. So this support group on Facebook is a great place for people to go.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. I'm going to make sure that I send that to people.
Yeah. Definitely.